Hello, I'm Peter Towers. Welcome to Accountants Minute. Accountants, small medium enterprises want value-added services. Services that your clients can applaud and say thank you very much. Do your clients thank you for the services that you provide them? We're at the start of a new financial year. What are your resolutions for 2017-18 when it comes to supplying value-added services to your clients? So I'd like to have a discussion with you this morning about the different characteristics of the services that you might provide or that you might consider to providing to your clients. First of all, of course, most accountancy businesses supply services which are historical compliance type services. But in my opinion, and having talked to thousands of small medium enterprises over the years, both as an accountant and then as a consultant, clients don't see any value out of these services. They definitely don't see that there's a value add. Business activity statements, annual financial accounts, income tax returns. What value is there for the client other than perhaps a reduced income tax payment because you're being able to take advantage of some of the deductions that are available under the Act? How do you think your clients would rate the following services that I would suggest that you should be providing to your clients? An annual insurance review. You might ask why. I think an annual insurance review requires some input from an accountant who is thinking about the client's interests from a business management point of view. For example, key man insurance policies. Are they still of an appropriate amount of money? People tend to forget that they took out a policy 5, 6, 7 years ago. Is the amount of cover still appropriate in the current circumstances? What about buy-sell agreements? Is the value of the business at such a level now that the insurance cover that was taken is nowhere near enough in the event of a accident or major illness that would incapacitate one of the partners or shareholders in a business? Should that sum be reviewed if it's possible? How often do you look at consequential loss of profits insurance covers? I find that most businesses have never considered them until they have a fire. And then they start asking questions, well, who established this list of fixed expenses? Who established the indemnity period of only 3 months when it's going to take nearly 12 months to get the business re-established in new premises? Has everything been thought about in that list of fixed expenses? These policies are originally put together by insurance agents or brokers who do not understand the financial implications within a business of some of these decisions that are being made. Let's move to another area, the Personal Property Securities Register. How often do you sit down and look at the consequences of not registering a customer on that register with your clients? For example, does your client have significant amounts of stock, or indeed any amount of stock, stored on someone else's premises? Even for one night could be fatal. So perhaps you could ask that question to them. Is your client a tradie, a subcontractor type of business that's doing work for a major contractor? Unfortunately, some major contractors get into financial difficulties and liquidators get appointed. And then liquidators send letters of demand of what is termed preferential payments in the previous 6 months. And money has to be repaid Now, in both of these examples, protection could have been available for your client if they had registered that customer on the Personal Property Securities Register, whether it's the business that's got the stock on consignment or the contractor that your client is dealing with. Let's look at another area, debtors' days outstanding. Australia has the longest debtors' days outstanding in the world, according to a United Kingdom review that examined debtors' days outstanding in over 80 countries around the world. Australia won that very dubious title with 56.4 days outstanding. Do you sit down and talk to your clients about what their debtors' days outstanding are? And if you had a client that had $1.5 million worth of credit sales per annum and they were sitting on 56 days outstanding, have you told them what the cash flow improvement would be if they were able to implement systems that you could introduce for them to be able to reduce debtors' days outstanding through changes in procedures, policies, procedures, back to say 40 days? That would give them $66,000 into their bank account. And what about identifying government grants that would enable your client to undertake some specific activities that they might not have been inclined to undertake if they had to pay 100% of the bill? But if they were only paying 50% of the bill, they might be inclined to do that work. And incidentally, some of that work could come your way because a significant amount of government grant work requires activities that I believe accountants should be able to undertake. Budgets, cash flows, business plans, some lean management reviews of office procedures, corporate governance. These type of activities are contained as services to be performed in many government grants. Development of budgets are another area. So what could be done in another area that your clients would really rate you on the services that you're providing because they're going to contribute to adding value to the business? The facilitation of a business planning process is very important. Businesses need a business plan to guide them where they're going to go. Succession planning is just not something that should be thought about when the owner or the managing director is thinking of retiring, but it's an ongoing process throughout the entire business. You could play a part in that. Corporate governance, directors' duties are very important so that businesses understand the benefit that can come their way through improving the skills around the board or management table. The formation of board of advice or a board of directors whereby your client has the benefit then of being able to gain input from other experienced business people in issues and problems that are confronting them. Because most businesses encounter the same problems, probably around 90% of them. But your clients might need your encouragement to undertake that task. Have your clients got substantial loans, especially loans from family, friends and others, or second mortgages on properties? Or have you had a discussion with them about the new opportunity that's about to occur in Australia with the commencement of capital raising for crowdsourced funding companies which can undertake this task from the 29th of September? Not that far away. I submit to you that these type of activities are what clients would classify as helping them to add value to their businesses. Because that's what you'd be doing, helping them to improve the overall value of the business. Incidentally, do you prepare a report each year which tells the client what the value of their business is based on accepted methodology for valuing businesses? I would suggest that you do this for every business client, because that can be the ultimate piece of information that you give them at the end of the financial year. Sure, they've got a profit and loss account, they've got a balance sheet, they've got a tax return, but it's what's gone on in these other activities of building their business that will then be verified for them in their annual business valuation statement. That will obviously look at things like what's the value of goodwill on a reasonable calculation basis, so that they can see what the results of their endeavours are. So to help you at the start of a new financial year to launch into developing some real value-adding services for your clients, we are offering a 25% discount on the ESS BIZTOOLS Gold Package, which includes tools, materials, videos, webinars, articles, PowerPoint slides. It's got it all to help you on every matter that we've discussed today. You can subscribe to the Gold Package for only $2,227.50, including GST. To do so, please go to our website www.essbiztools.com.au. And I'd like to invite you to join me for a special webinar on Wednesday the 12th of July at 12:30 p.m. where we're going to discuss the delivering of value-added services to your clients. To register, please go to our website www.essbiztools.com.au. If you've got any question on any aspect of how the ESS BizTools can assist you to deliver value-adding services to your clients, please don't hesitate to contact me, Peter, at essbiztools.com.au. Have a great day. Goodbye.